For the monthly reading, I'm going to be selecting 9 cards. The first card is for our current self. The second card is for the theme of the month. The third is for our key goal. The fourth is for the obstacles to overcome. The fifth is for major accomplishments. The sixth is what to avoid. The seventh is what to embrace. 8 is where to find support. And 9 is advice and encouragement. So I am doing this reading for the collective. Take what you will from it, leave the rest behind. You don't have to believe it if it doesn't suit you or you don't feel like you resonate with it. Feel free to ignore what you hear here. This is just the monthly prediction for the month of August of 2020. Another jumper and the Knight of Cups for August 2020. And we're gonna shuffle once and then we'll get started. It's so awkward to shuffle because I have all this equipment here. Alright, so monthly reading for August 2020. If it doesn't suit you, doesn't resonate, feel free to ignore it. This is just, predictions for the month and hopefully for everybody's greatest good. It's a reading for the collective. If you want to contact me or, for another reading, just let me know. I'll put my information in the description box. Alright, we'll get started. This is card number 1. Card number 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna move this down a little bit. 7, 8, 6, 7, 8, and 9. We'll also likely look at a clarifying card and a shadow card. Alright, card 1. Current self. We have the 4 of Cups, our first jumper, actually. Interesting. So, the 4 of Cups talks about dissatisfaction, where what you have is not in alignment with what your goals are anymore. There is a disconnect there that needs to be addressed, and it's when you had goals and you're getting those goals, but you as a person have changed. So we're going to look at how we can fix that, or what it is that continues from there. So yes, the current self is 4 of Cups. For the theme of the month, we have the Hermit. Okay, so the Hermit talks about being alone. It talks about finding your true path, about following your inner guiding light, and doing that by yourself, without the influence of other people. So it's when you go by yourself in order to find yourself, and to do it without, other people's wants, needs, desires, interrupting you finding that light or that bit of truth in yourself that you need to pursue. So when you follow that inner guiding light, your dissatisfaction or the not feeling quite true to yourself is addressed in that silence, in the time you spend by yourself, and in the soul searching that you do. So number 3, our key goal. Oh, we have the Ace of Swords, and it is reversed. That is interesting, because even when it's reversed, it looks like it's upright, doesn't it? So the Ace of Swords is about truth, it's about victory. You'll notice in the laurels right here, the crown, it's about having mental goals, and it actually kind of makes sense with the other 2 cards that we have on the board, because maybe the key goal of the month is not doing that is to look inside of yourself, outside of goals, outside of winning, outside of victory, and finding the truth in that. So maybe it's more emotional than it is mental. So the obstacle that you have to overcome, we have the Three of Cups reversed. And the Three of Cups is usually about friendship, celebration. It's about celebration. You see the bear in the picture. So it is that it's reversed means that energy is being blocked somehow. So I think the obstacle that you need to address this month is how you're feeling. And Cups are an emotional card. It's about, spirit's about emotion, it's water, it's flow. And what we need to address, or the key obstacle that we have to overcome, is this feeling of inertia. This is what I'm getting intuitively, is a feeling of inertia and unhappiness that has been pervasive in our lives and that we haven't really addressed and has kind of creeped in. So there is our key obstacle. We're going to take a look at our major accomplishment for the coming month. We have the Six of Swords, and the major accomplishment for this month then is, in this card, it is leaving something behind. And it's going to be a very hard thing to leave behind, as you can see in this card, and it's reversed as well, which makes that even more interesting. Is that maybe instead of leaving something behind unwillingly, in when it's reversed, it is that you're still leaving something, or you're going towards something. It's going toward a better future and being willing to let something go. So that, I would say, is the major accomplishment. Rather than being forced to let go, it's letting go willingly and moving toward what it is that you want, that new start that I'm seeing right here, when the Ace of Swords, which is a new start, and the Four of Cups, which signifies that there's going to be something there because you're unhappy. The Hermit, which talks about doing an inner search. So we have in the Six of Swords that's reversed here, we have following or going towards something and leaving a situation behind, even though it's difficult and even though you're not quite sure what will happen from that. And now we have, so that's what is the major accomplishment, and congratulations then, because that is a very difficult thing to do. And I can tell with this spread that things are going to get better, that there's a kind of depression hanging over, and with these actions you're gonna make more progress than you have in a while. So then we have card number 6, which is what to avoid while you're on this journey of sorts. We have the 10 of Swords. So what you need to avoid is ending certain things prematurely. It's closing doors. It is believing that doors are closed. There we go. That clarified itself for me. It is believing that doors are closed when they are not. It is shutting them preemptively and thinking, oh, well, it's not going to work out. When you do that, you've closed that door for real, because you don't believe something will happen. And if you don't believe something will happen, even if it's in the works, and you're just not going to see it because you don't believe it will happen. So shutting those doors preemptively, some of them do need to be closed, and some things are clearly coming to an end for you here, but opportunities, the new opportunities that come knocking, it's being open to those opportunities. So what to avoid is having the beliefs that things are not going to work out and closing those doors preemptively. Now what we can embrace here card number 7, is the Fool. New starts. Which is interesting. That is just like ending things preemptively is the thing that you need to avoid. The 10 right here, which is a cycle completing itself. the last card in the tarot is usually tens for all of the suits. And what we have here is the beginning, which is card 0. Because the Fool isn't actually considered a number. The Magician starts with card number 1 and the World ends with card number 21. But we have a 0 right here and we have a 1 right here. So the 10 of Swords ends things, but when you add 10 and 0 for the 10, 1 and 0, you have a 1. So a new start comes from that end. And what to embrace, it suits it. Because what to embrace is the new starts, the potential of things, what could be. So yeah, it's following your instincts, and it's also embracing the unknown and the new. And then card number 8 is where to find support. And now we have an interesting card here. We have the 8 of Wands, where to find support. Usually this is a card about flow state, it's about getting things done, but where you're going to find support is, or where you're going to fill that emotional cup that I'm seeing is kind of empty in this entire spread here, is in doing things that you love, doing things that you enjoy. If you like gardening, go and garden, go to a community garden, do whatever it is that you need to in order to feel good. So where you will find the support is the people that love you and the things that you love doing, and the people that love doing those things with you. Isn't this a cool looking card? So this is where you're going to find support in the things that you enjoy. Card number 9, the last card of this spread, is where you're going to find advice and encouragement. And what's coming to me here is advice and encouragement is don't make it about the money. You're going to be on a journey and you're going to be doing some inner work because you're unsatisfied with your life or the things that are currently happening in your life, emotionally and more. Mentally, emotionally. So it's saying don't fall into the trap of when you change things around, because there is a lot of change and endings and beginnings in this. When you do that, do not focus just on the money. So there is the advice and encouragement. I will draw one more card for, well, 2 more really. I'll draw a clarifying card to see if we can get any more knowledge, any more help from this spread. Oh, we have the 9 of Pentacles, which is, it's slow and steady. It's saying slow and steady is what wins the race. It's a cautious pursuit. It's feeling things out. It's taking the time. It's saying you have the time. So take the time to thoroughly explore your options and the things that do come up. Just don't make it about your king here, which is about, you know, the mastery and the money and the rushing in and the success and all of that. So yeah, you have time, so, you know, feel things out and go from there. And then we're going to take a look at our shadow card. Wow, yeah. The shadow card, which is the underlying point of this message or the conflict. We got the 7 of Pentacles. So it's saying it's time to be sowing those seeds so that you can reap them later on. So it's the things that you put effort and time into, the things that you water, or the things that you are putting your energy into, those are the things that are going to grow. And the Knight of Pentacles is saying that you have time and that you can put slow and steady work in. So put that slow and steady work into the things that you want to see have a turnaround for you. Into the things that, if you want to have more emotional stability, put in the work toward that, whether that's yoga, whether that's energy work, whether that's therapy. If you want to, you know, even if it's you want to see more financial wealth or you want to see physical health, then get in that exercise, whether it's just a walk for 10 minutes a day or whether it's saving $20 a month or putting an extra $20 into debt. So this is saying that yes, what you put energy and work into is what you will reap in the future, and you have a bit of time, so do that. Alright, so that is all I have for our August monthly reading. I hope you enjoyed it. If you like it or you have something to say, feel free to leave a comment, leave a like, it helps. I will respond back, I promise. And yeah, if you want to book a reading with me, I will put my information in the description box. And yeah, let me know what you thought of this. And as I said earlier, if it does not resonate with you, then feel free to disregard what I've said. And if it does, I hope that this is helpful for you in some way. Have a good night, a good day, good month. And I will see you next time. Thank you.